Hey, fams. Hey, so I am going to go live on Twitter Spaces in about 10 minutes as part of VeeGinaz, VeeGinaz. It's a for women, non-binary LGBTQIA plus community created by women, spawning from the VeeFriends community NFT space, believe it or not. And we use that space to fight the bro culture. We use that space to empower women. We use that space to bring people up to share their stories. And believe it or not, you may not think you have a story to tell, but you do. And it's extremely important that you share. And that was how we curated the space. And it's something that was really, really important to us. And the great news about that, well, I shouldn't say great news. I was about to say something else, but it's the final show. I actually ended up taking a step back from VeeGinaz in March, this past March, just because, you know, I was having tumultuous feelings about the NFT space, and I just needed to kind of hone in on the things that I was really passionate about, which are gaming and building a more quality and less toxic gaming community, which is, you may have already seen, the culture of gaming is something that I had started in June. It's something that I've been really passionate about for years, ever since I started charity gaming. And I brought that into the VeeGinaz space. And the more I stayed in it, the more I realized it wasn't that there were times I felt like I didn't belong. But I knew I belonged, but I just felt like my calling was not to dedicate myself 150% into the space. There was a lot of noise, you know, left and right. There was another women's group, another women's group, another women's group, another women's group. And then it started to kind of lose its, I don't want to say validity, because it would always be valid. It kind of just felt like, oh, here's another space that's popping up. And I know that's, you know, my thought process on it. But, you know, the great thing about it is myself and my the two co-founders, Amanda DiGuardia and Alissa Jordan, we were able to grow in like different ways. So that kind of like laid the foundation, not just for us, but a lot of women in the community to kind of like come into their own, you know, fuel them to never stop doing the things that they truly love and believe in. And so that's a big reason why I had to take a step back, is because, you know, what I truly believe in, and something that's like been part of me for years and years and years, was the gaming community. And I feel like I have a lot to give there still, and it's right in my sweet spot. And I really hope to make a big difference. And I want to share other people's stories in the gaming space. I mean, look, here's the crazy thing. Also, by the way, I just want to say I got my Dunkin' tomato pesto sandwich, so I'm going to mukbang it while we're on stream. It's not going to be warm by the time I have it. Also, I got my nutty pumpkin iced coffee, which is so good. But you know what was annoying? I know I like took a left turn just now. So I had pre-ordered it. And the woman that works the late night shift over at the local Dunkin', her name is Agnes, and she is an angel, a sweet angel from heaven, from Dunkin' heaven. And it was busy in there, actually. Like, she had like 3 people waiting, and she was there by herself. Like, she didn't even have any help. And you know, people waiting in line, and I could say there was this one guy who just, you know, looked like he was like, oh, why is this taking so long? But the woman was like busting her ass to like get stuff done. She's one person. And so I was just, you know, waiting there patiently. But I saw my coffee was ready, and I so wanted to like grab it and start drinking it. So it's kind of like, it wasn't as cold as I would have liked it to be to go with my sandwich. But at the end of the day, I don't, whatever. Blah, what's up, homie? Listen, if you want to, so I'm gonna, blah, blah, hi, blah, 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 blah. My brain sometimes, oh, by the way, my neighbor has a motorcycle. Can you hear it? That's great. So I'm going to go live on Twitter Spaces. Now, the last time I did this, I was able to do it from my desktop, which I'm going to do tonight. But I'm going to have to mute my microphone here. And the reason I have to do that is because there was such a huge delay in when I was answering questions last time and when I was speaking to what was actually showing, or what was coming through the feedback on Twitch. So I'm going to actually mute my mic while the show is going on, but I'm going to have the Twitter up, and I'll be playing it live. My mouth it'll look like I'm fucking like, I'll look like I'm out of a fucking like, you know, ninja movie, like the old school, like, what the fuck, karate movies. That's what it's gonna look like. The Shaolin shit. That's what it's gonna look like. So I'm literally sitting here like, I tried to like put, you know, make myself look like not a smacked ass. I didn't really put a lot of makeup on. I'm just literally wearing like a ripped ass tank top, and I'm waiting for my phone to charge because I have to actually do the call on my phone. So that shit's charging right now. Actually, I should probably log into this space. So, Kung Fu! What the fuck? How did I forget Kung Fu? Like, what the hell's wrong with me? I bet you the space is actually starting. So I'm gonna share it. Oop, boop, boopy, doop, boop. Look at that transition. How fucking good is that shit? I suck. Okay. Set a reminder. Where is this space? Oh, look. It's this fucking Jeep Wagoneer that I'll never be able to fucking afford. Okay, so we're gonna go home. I know I'm tagged in this shit, but I can never fucking find it. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? Go to VeeJai. Go to VeeGinaz. Reminder set. Hasn't started yet. So I'm about to click this shit. I actually should move this over. You're at the page now. Good. It'll probably start very shortly. There's like 3 PO-apps too, by the way. I'm looking at you like you're right here. There's 3 PO-apps, by the way. I did not create any of them. I just didn't have the I just didn't have the energy. Dadgummit. Listen, I'm gonna be eating while I do this, so if I have shit in my teeth, you gotta tell me. Oh my god. People are being stupid all fucking week. Are you on TikTok? There was this most fucked up scenario that happened on TikTok from some chick at Dunkin', and I was just like, she was screaming at the people like horribly. And like the people were in the store just like watching it happen. And I'm just like, how do you fucking like watch some lady berate other people and not jump in and like, I don't understand that. I was like, if that was me, I would have lost my job at Dunkin' that day, because I would have been like, bitch, get the fuck out of the store. And I'm a nice person. Yeah, but people are being stupid for real. Like, I don't know if there's like something in the air. And you know what's really weird too is I've been kind of feeling like a little, you know, down in the dumps about myself. And I think like it's just maybe a seasonal thing, like seasonal affective disorder. But you know, I've been seeing like a lot of posts of people posting like the same things. So I'm wondering if there's some like weird fucking mercurial astrological bullshit happening that's bringing us down. And we should ask our friend Peg, who might show up, because Peg knows this shit. Like, she knows what's up in this Mercury and fucking whatever shit. So anyways, this thing hasn't started. I'll just share it again. Tweet this. Join us in 2 minutes. And I'm streaming it live on Twitch at twitch.tv/ I can't fucking type, /the Love Jones. Hey, how did your questing go last night? Because mine was like hellish. And then you know what happened? When I logged off, I would like let the ferrets out and I left my screen up and one of my ferrets jumped on my keyboard and logged me back in, and I was like, who's trying to play WoW? Oh my god, one of my ferrets was literally trying to play WoW. It was really funny. Look how messy my room is. Like, I try to throw blankets like all over my bed to like hide the fact that I'm like, it's a hot mess in this room. I do have a little like neon flower though. I keep like burping. Oh my god, you had 13 people? And then Mongo rated you? He is the best. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I am so happy you had so many people. See, maybe like that Twitch was right. Doing it on the off hours. Oh, oops. My key's in my pocket. I don't think I locked my car. Huh, I locked it now, bitch. You hit affiliate, congrats. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. That is amazing. Hey, you know what we should do? We should try a co-stream. I never did a co-stream before where you get like both people's streams at the same time and like I think the chat gets shared. We should try that sometime if you're up for it. I think that would be super fun. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, listen, I met some of the nicest people ever in the VeeFriends community. Mongo's one of them. He is a sweet angel. I adore him. In fact, everybody that you've seen pass through my stream, amazing, amazing, awesome people, including yourself. I don't, this space hasn't started. Where the fuck is it? Like what? Whoa, did I just do something I shouldn't have done? Like I'm really trying. It hasn't started. Like it's 7:01. Alyssa's like never late. All right, I'm gonna, I have to grab my phone. Hold on a minute. Don't make fun of my fat ass, okay? It's corn. It's lumpy and something else. Corn. That fucking corn song from TikTok is invading my brain. Yeah, my fat ass. Dude, I need to like lose this weight. I can't take it anymore. Like, it's not how I want to live this life. Oh, where's my earbuds? It's corn. It's got the juice. It's got the juice. I can't, every time I walk away or I do something like, it's corn, pops into my head. And I just can't stop thinking about corn. It has the juice. It has the juice. So yeah, if you're like, why is this bitch's mouth not moving on the stream? It's because I'm going to be just speaking and spitting. I'm going to be speaking through the thingamajig here. It's got the juice. Download TikTok if you haven't already. And just like, there's just fucking post after post of this fucking kid and his love of corn, and it's the cutest thing. Like he's like, I love corn, and of course everybody makes like a song out of it. It's great. Why is this not starting? Oh, it is starting. Why? Where's the link? How do I get in? Oops, did I have them muted by a mistake? I definitely misclicked that shit. It's corn. I don't want to report the space. I just want to get into the space. How do I get in? Oh. Oh. AZ Jonathan, follow me. Hey, I just want to let you know I'm about to go into a Twitter Spaces, and because there's like a delay between what's actually on the Twitter Space and what actually comes out of my mouth here. I'm actually going to mute my microphone, but you're going to hear me speaking, so my mouth is like totally not going to match. You're going to hear me speaking through the space once I can get in there. And it like says that there's a space. I think I might have to get on my, hold on. Shoot, I don't really know how I'm supposed to like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get into this space. It's corn. I may have to shut down the stream if this doesn't work. Hold on. This is an attractive look, isn't it? Twitter, where are you? It's corn. Okay, so it's
our circle of influence.
This is weird. I can't find it. Hold on, guys. I might not be able to show it to you. Something's wrong. I can't hear it.
That's something I'm doing right now.
This is so weird. Hold on, guys. I'm going to try to get this to work. I'm trying to get in. Hey, so I'm actually... I don't know, but I can't find it. Like, I'm trying to also get this on the desktop, and I can't get it. Why not? Like, I can't listen? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so last time I did that, I'm trying to stream it so people can listen on my stream, but I can't get into the space on my PC, which is weird. Actually, I think I know why, you guys. This is gonna be awkward. So just, this is really weird. All right, I think this is gonna have to be on speaker, guys. Sorry.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Sarah, have you joined from all the places you're joining?
Well, I'm joining from my phone right now because I can't find the space. I can't find the space actually on desktop. It's weird. But I'm here. Whoop whoop.
I'll see what I can do. So, okay, so the format we have tonight is three of us are going to give some final messages. The first POAP secret word will be given in the VeeGinaz community at 7:25. So be on the lookout if you're a part of that community. Thank you all for being here. We love you. We can't believe how many of you showed up for the grand finale tonight. Once we get through our final statements, then we'll start bringing you all up to be a part of the celebration. We really appreciate you being here and being a part of the fun. The origin story here is three of us got together in July of last year because we were sick of bro culture and we were sick of being spoken over in the space. And we made a joke about starting a group because we met in the VeeFriends community and we thought VeeGinaz seemed like a great name. And so we laughed about it, but then we made something of it. And I'm pretty sure that we were one of the first, if not the first, female-led amplifying women in Web3 groups in the Web3 space. And it's something that I think we're all incredibly proud of. Even though we've gone different directions and tried different approaches, none of us had ever done anything like this before. And we did what we could do, and we made it work the best we could and put our best foot forward.
Incredibly proud of.
So without further ado, Sarah Jones, I'm passing you the mic to your final.
None of us had ever done anything like this before. And we did what we could do, and we made it work the best we could and put our best foot forward. So without further ado, Sarah Jones, I'm passing you the mic to do your final statement. Not obviously final, but your message. And then Amanda, and then me, and then everyone be on the lookout if you're part of the community for the secret word for the POAP.
All right, can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm having technical difficulty.
No, we can.
Perfect.
I love it.
Perfect. So, I don't actually know where to start. In true Love Jones fashion, I do not have anything planned. I just, there were a lot of things that were kind of, floating through my mind, and everything I want to say, I just wanted to really come from the heart at the moment I'm feeling it, because that's just how I roll. But I was just thinking about it. I was walking the dog, and I think of where we started. Alissa gave a brief overview of how we started. And most of you have been here from day one, so you kind of already know the genesis of everything. But it's really been a great experience just from a growth perspective. I know personally for me, and we say this a lot too, is like, this is not anything that we ever planned. It's nothing that we were like, hey, you know what? We're going to get into this NFT space and then we're going to start a show and then we're going to like put people on the show and it's going to be super fun. Like, it's just something that kind of like organically happened. And it was a result of taking action, really, is what it was. I mean, you know, I think we all go through life when we think about things and we're kind of just like, you know, XYZ pisses me off. And you know what? I'm really sick of this and I'm really sick of that. And it's like really easy a lot of times to sit back and it's easy to sit back and like bitch about the things that piss you off. Because that's just fucking reality. But it's a whole other fucking game when you actually take it by the balls. Yeah, you take that shit by the balls and you make shit happen out of it. And that's what we did. We got sick of being in the back. We got sick of being stepped on. We got sick of being treated like we were like, you know, like nothings. And I think sadly it speaks to Web3. I think Web3 has grown a lot. You know, we still have remnants of, you know, women are, you know, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I think that's just something that, you know, we're going to have to continue to battle for a really long time. But I'm really proud of the fact that we all said, we got together, we said, we're sick of this shit and we're going to do something about it. And I think that just speaks to everything. I think it speaks to all the guests that we invited onto the show with us too. I mean, you know, I've said from the very, very beginning that, you know, for me, it wasn't just NFTs and Web3. It was just another, it was another way to kind of like bridge the gap for people who maybe have always felt like they're in the shadows or behind the curtain or just don't feel seen. And it's so important to me as a human being. You know, I know for me, it feels good to be seen, but it's not like the end all be all for me. But, you know, I know what it's like to not be seen. So it's very important to me to go and make sure that if there's somebody else, I can tell the people that aren't being seen, and I want to make them seen. And I think everybody in this fucking world deserves to be heard, to be seen. And that is what really like drove me to kind of like say, I'm going to fucking do this. I've never done this before. I'm like shitting a brick over it. I've only ever, you know, sat on Twitch, which I'm doing now. Hey, Twitch friends. But like, you know, I've never gotten to be my genuine self and share that with somebody. Like there's nothing that's, that speaks to my heart more. Like I'm tearing up right now. There's nothing that speaks to my heart more than watching somebody come out of the fucking dark and hone into the things that they were meant to fucking do and watch them fucking like a little bird out of a nest, just fly the fuck off and do their thing. And like, I'm like I guess that's like the mama bear in me. I don't know, but it makes me happier to watch other people succeed in the things that they want to do. And I think sometimes I forget to do that for myself, which, hey, I'm a work in progress and I'm trying. But I want everybody that's in this fucking space right now to know that like, I see you. I fucking see you. And listen, I'm not saying that just to say it. Like, you are capable of doing so many great things. Whether you think what you love to do and your passions may not be super important to the rest of the world, what's more important is that you're doing it out of love. And just keep doing the things that make you happy. And I'll tell you what, like I have this bracelet that I got like at the beginning of the pandemic. My day job, it really hurts my soul sometimes being in that day job. But VeeGinaz and gaming, that gave me a whole new purpose. And it reminded me on this bracelet, nobody can see it, but the people on the stream can, is to do what you love. Continue to do what you fucking love and you will never fail. And I promise you this, no matter what. So one other thing, you know, I don't want to make this super long-winded. I probably already failed at that, so fuck me. I was looking for like really cool quotes because I wanted to make like another POAP, which I didn't do, by the way. But I was looking for some quotes. And I got on this International Women's website and I saw there was a woman named Shirley Chisholm, and African-American woman. She was the first African-American woman in Congress. And she was obviously met with like a lot of, you know, criticism and racism, and they tried so hard to keep her the fuck out of everything, and she pushed and pushed and pushed until she made her way in, to the point that she was actually people wanted her. She was nominated to become a U.S. ambassador to Jamaica, but she had to say no due to health reasons. But please look her up, Shirley Chisholm. Like, her story is beautiful. And I just want to leave you with this of her legacy, and I hope everybody kind of feels this way, is that she wanted to be remembered as a woman who dared to be a catalyst of change. So whether you're woman, non-binary, LGBTQIA+, male, every fucking human being, please dare to be a catalyst of change, because we cannot continue to go down a path in this world just sitting idly by and being okay with status quo. And that is all. And I love you all very much. And I really appreciate you supporting me in not just this platform, but everything that I've done. And I'm very grateful to you all. And I love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Amanda, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I haven't heard that in a minute. As a moderator in this space, you know, I was initially going to prepare something. And as I sat down at the computer to start writing, I stopped. And I said, you know what? I didn't prepare for this to become a thing. So therefore, I'm not going to prepare to say goodbye either. The last year plus has been filled with so many amazing human beings that have come into my life because of this space. People that are forever my friends. You know, when this all went down, right? Like, we were in Clubhouse and it was just an annoying moment, and it happened to have been me, Alissa, and Sarah were in that room, and it was just so fucking annoying. I think, I can't remember if it was me or if it was Alissa who just started a private room. And we brought Sarah in, and then we just started talking shit like we just do, right? Like, just what we do. And then we started joking, right? Like, and I came up with this name, like, hey, what if we were the VeeGinaz? Because we met in the V Friends community. And like, we came up with some really funny, interesting jokes. Like, you know, we could open up a restaurant and it would be dine in or eat out. And like, it was raunchy and it was fun. And it was a real amazing stress reliever, right? And then, like, we brought in Christy and a couple other ladies, like, and we were just having a good time. And the clubhouse room went on forever. Like, I had to go to bed at one point in time, and it just kept going. And in that moment, you know, we created the VeeGinaz Clubhouse, and we flew by the seat of our pants. We had no idea what we were doing. I wish that we could somehow get the back channel of our first show, because we didn't prepare at all. We're like, no, this is going to be fine. And then the messages start flying back and forth, and we're just shitting our pants, and we don't know what we're doing. And none of us had done this before in real life or in Web3, right? And we're just like, what the fuck are we doing? But you want to know what? It was successful. And the more people wanted to come on, and we really were able to give a real spotlight to some absolutely amazing women and, you know, non-binary LGBTQIA. I'll say it wrong, so and it was getting bigger and it was getting better, and we got to host the Fame Lady relaunch. That, with how historic that project is, right? Because we all know what happened with Fame Lady Squad, right? It turned out to be 3 Russian dudes pretending, and, you know, Board Becky and NFT dad, you know, they all got together and And these incredibly strong women stepped up to the plate, got the contract from these fucking losers, and said, we're going to make this better. That is probably, in my opinion, the most historic NFT project, because what it really means for women. You know, yes, there are other women-led projects out there, and yes, they're amazing, but Fame Lady Squad will always hold an incredibly special place in my heart, and because it shows what we are capable of, right? Like, we're not just these little meek women, right? We are powerful, and we are intelligent, and we have amazing hearts, and we just are. And that's just, it's amazing to me what has spawned from VeeGinaz, right? Like, as far as we know, right, we were the first women-led community spotlighting women, and now there are so many of them, which is fantastic. And people have asked, you know, why are you guys ending? Because it's time. There's just, it's time for this door to close and another one to open. We did what we had to do for our own sanity and for the well-being of all the other women in our community, because that was what was needed then. But just because we're closing the door on VeeGinaz doesn't mean you're not going to see us anymore. Doesn't mean that there isn't going to be something different down the line. It's farewell. It's not goodbye. I love you all so very much. So many of you have been such an integral part of my day-to-day life. Sharing, I mean, like, I can't even tell you, like, Esther with looking at my lab results one day when I was freaking out like a dumbass. You know, and like, I could literally go on and on and on and point out every single one of you how you have somehow impacted my life. But we all have to go to work tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you, and I love you all so very much.
Love you.
Love you, Amanda. Okay, so for all of you in the Twitter community, I'm going to go ahead and give you the word now. Please do not share it outside of that tweet, or I'll be super pissed at you. But I'm going to do that because I'm going to be kind of talking, and I don't want to be distracted while I'm kind of giving my final little note here. You know, I did sit down and I started to prepare bullet points, which is in line with my entire mentality through this entire process, to the annoyance of my partners sometimes, wanting to make sure we were prepared and organized and formatted. But I did, because it's mostly because this. First of all, you all know I'm admittedly ADHD, and if I were left to my own devices, I would get on I would just go off on tangents and not stay focused.
Squirrel.
The squirrel. The other part of it is, too, is because there were just some bullet points I just wanted to make sure that I got put across. And well, this is just me, right? We're all being authentically ourselves, and you know what? That's what you've always gotten from us, is us being our authentic selves, whether we were, you know, organized or not, or whether we were making mistakes or not, whether our jokes fell flat or just weren't funny, whether or not we were, addressing something that was particularly sensitive or not, or dealing with people who were just intent on talking shit and making it hard for us, or, making things harder than it had to be. But what you've gotten from us has always been authentic. So in true authentic Alissa Schmooper Girl fashion, I, of course, prepared my bullet points so that I could make sure that I said what I could say. I'm getting a bunch of messages about the POAP, y'all. It doesn't go live till 7:25. Okay, thank you. So yeah, you guys are just early. 7:25. You got one more minute. I swear it'll probably work. I can't make any guarantees though. So that said, so the first thing I want to do is just thank Sarah and Amanda for their partnership in this crazy adventure, but more importantly for their friendship over the last year. A big reason why VeeGinaz has been foundational to women in Web3 is because we led by example, even when it was like really, really hard. And there's just been times that it's been really, really hard because of stuff in our personal lives, because of stuff in our professional lives, because of stuff in Web3 lives, traveling, IRL events, mental health, you name it. It's just sometimes been really, really hard. So I've learned a lot about myself in this last year than I have in a really long time. And a part of that has been about how to be a better person and a better friend because of how of Amanda and Sarah's influence specifically. There really aren't any like certain amounts of follows or likes that could ever measure how grateful I am for both of them. Sarah has taught me the importance of living in the moment with her catchphrase YOLO. And, you know, and that the stories of those with some of the quietest voices contain the most important lessons and messages if we just pay attention past the mic. Amanda has taught me that dropping the rope doesn't mean that we are giving up or caving in, but rather setting a boundary around unnecessary struggles. She's also shown all of us what it means to give with a generous heart and to tell your friends you love them, even if it really makes things weird sometimes. So here's to keeping it weird. You know, we've taken a lot of shit over the last year, but what I've gained from this experience far outweighs most of that. You know, I'd say any of that, but most of that, you know. I'm extremely proud of this community. All of you that have been on this show, all of you are active part of the community, all of you that I now get to call my friends, like genuine friendships that have been developed as a result of this community specifically, are some of the best and probably most lifelong friendships I'll have for the rest of my life. So that is so special to me. I'm really proud of all of you that have been empowered to go out and raise awareness of the importance of sexism and bias in the world and not just in Web3. You all have linked arms with us to spread gratitude for Tell Me Something Good Tuesday. You've all partnered with us and linked arms about raising awareness about mental health and breaking the bias. You've all linked arms with us to support one another by showing up for one another. And the icing on the cake is that you've taken that and spread that message to other people. And I don't think we could have ever anticipated the impact that that would have. I believe what we started more than a year ago was part of the beginning of a movement, and why now when you log onto Twitter at any point in time, you will find a space scrolling the top of your screen that says Women in Web3 on it. You will find a space to be a participant in. You will find a project. You will find an artist. You will find a community to link up with that focuses on women in Web3. I hear you all speaking up when I go into these spaces. I see your posts on Instagram. I see your tweets. I've heard you speak at events and conferences, in clubhouses. We've all gotten loud together and grown together, and it doesn't stop after tonight. I am going to continue to be here to support you, this entire community of people, whether you're listening to the recording or you're here right now. I'm going to be here to support you because I really want to be proud of the Web3 we pass that becomes Web4, Web5, Web6. And not just to our daughters and our granddaughters, but to our sons and our grandsons, because we need everyone to make this place safe for all of the marginalized voices and people that haven't been heard. So, as my final statement to all of you, please never hesitate to reach out to me to let me know what supporting you looks like. Because sometimes we all don't know what you need. But if you ever DM me, call me, reach out to me, just let me know what supporting you looks like, and I'll do my best to be there for you. So from the depths of my heart, I thank you all for this incredible opportunity. Okay.
Wow.
That was heavy.
Beautiful. Yeah. Straight up facts.
So with that, I will just say terranium and leave it at that.
Terranium. So
YOLO.
I will, YOLO. Okay, so those of you in the community, I'm hoping you're able to get the POAP that went live at 7:25. There will be another POAP in this room with a secret word, 50 available, at 7:35. So, I mean, what do you think, ladies? Do we want to open it up and share the love with everyone? I see so many of our Fame Lady Squad friends. I see our first
Hell
guest
yeah.
ever on the show. I see a room full of incredible people. So if you guys would like to come up and share some thoughts, and you know, please just, you know, now's the time to raise your hand and you can come on up and share your thoughts. We really just want this to be, you know, a time to celebrate women in Web3, and, you know, how far we've come over the last year. So we're happy to bring y'all up if that's what you want to do. I mean, don't everybody like raise your hand at once though. Oh, there we are.
Get up here.
I was just gonna say, or my dumbass can keep talking, and nobody wants
Hi,
that.
Cat Heart.
Well, hello, Miss Alissa. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Crystal. Hello, all of the most incredible women that I have met in Web3 over the last year or two. I mean, beyond blessed. Literally, I just want to say ditto. I mean, that's, I mean, no joke. You girls nailed it. You literally spoke to my heart, and definitely I, have emotions going because this is really cool. I mean, the fact that this is our evolution. This is us standing up for ourselves and in turn each other. This is us growing stronger because we decided to take ourselves on. We decided to stand up and be who we know we are. That woman that we all see on the inside, that we want to embody all the time, that we see glimpses of. And it's like we finally stepped into it, like all of us together. And now we are supporting each other in that strength, in that strong sisterhood. And it's dope as fuck. And I'm grateful. Like, I'm super grateful because this is literally, I've been looking for you all my whole life. Like, for real, for real. Like, I knew, like, I was okay. Like, I'm so solid on my own. I love being out in nature. I love taking care of myself. I'm super solid, right? But holy shit, to have a group of women like you to call friends and family. I mean, like somebody I could turn to, somebody I could ask for support from. Are you even kidding me? Are you even kidding me? I mean, come on. Come on. Bless.
Kat, oh my God. One thing that I have probably learned here in the last year and a half with this amazing group of women that we've gotten to know is we are so much stronger together. And I for one, and I don't know how many of you other women are have the same thing, but most of my adult life, I've not had many female friends because I found them to be catty and bitchy and whatever, right? And that's probably a me problem. But here, man, I have my tribe.
Straight facts. Support, love, always even beautiful, yummy feedback. It's for your growth. Like, I love when someone's like, oh, hey, try this, like it's always supportive and loving. So, and again, strong women help straighten each other's crowns, right? Like, so bring it on. Like, let's help make each other stronger. Let's help raise each other up. Let's help, like, where we see holes or gaps with each other. Like, actually, like, be kind enough to call that stuff out with love. I want to know. I want to know how I can improve. I want to know how I can serve the community better. I want to know how I can be a stable, strong, wealthy woman so I can do that for other women and show them how to do that so we can all rise together. I say this in my own shows or whatever I do anytime. One thing I love to say is, if I'm on Everest, I'd rather be at base camp with all of you than at the top alone. That's my
I love
Amen,
you.
sister.
So it's 7:35. So the first POAP is expiring and the second one is going to be available. It's secret word. There's only 50 available. So when I tell you y'all the secret word, you better run, because there are people in here I've never seen before, and I'm pretty sure they're here for the POAPs. So I just want to be clear. So I want to give everyone a minute to open up your POAP app and go to your secret word mint. And then I want you,
Make sure you have the app.
it's going to be all caps. Show me some emojis. No, don't show me emojis if you're ready, because you're in your app. I do this all the time. I fuck this up all the time. I'm like, show me emojis. Don't show me emojis. Stay in your POAP app. Are you ready? All caps. Thank you from VGZ. Go. Get it now.
And while you're doing that, I just want to say that we do see some requests pending, and it's not that we don't want to bring you up, it's because we don't have any more on the stage.
Yes.
So as people leave, we will bring you up. Please be patient, and just know we're not ignoring you.
Cat
Thank
Heart,
you. Thank you.
You
I'm gonna
gave
step
me
down.
Cat Heart. You touched my heart, and you continue to touch hearts all the time. And I'm just grateful this community brought us together. And thank you for all that love. That was a love bomb of epic proportions.
Super ditto, sister. Super ditto, sister.
And also, you're dope as fuck. While we're talking about being dope as fuck, you are dope as fuck, and I love
Exactly.
You made me feel so seen.
Bitches, takes one to know one. That's
Amen.
Come on.
That's right.
This is so good. Oh my god, y'all.
She's
so
fucking
cool.
amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna go, but I love y'all so darn much. I'm gonna be chilling in the audience, just listening to all you absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous ladies.
We love you, Kat.
I love you too. Love you.
All right, I don't know who was next, so I'm just going to go with Crystal Grove or Kelly Werder. What's up?
Hey, I'm sorry. I was just going to jump really quick so that I can jump down and get other people up here and just say how much I love you, women. You're amazing, and I'm so happy that I happened to be watching that Poapathon when I first saw you guys and went, "Who are these badasses? I need to know them." So, and that actually was before I was even hosting Poapathon, so that's kind of crazy. So thank you for all you do and the courage that you show sometimes when I want to hide. And I feel like I'm a pretty strong woman, but man, there are days where I'm just like, I don't have the energy for this anymore. I'm too old. I don't want to fight. And I appreciate those who keep fighting and keep standing up and keep saying what needs to be said. So that's all I wanted to say. Love you. And can't wait to see what's next.
Love you back. Thank you.
I can't wait to see what's next either. Honestly,
I know.
Fucking idea.
Could be anything. Who the hell knows?
No fucking idea what comes next. Jesus, take the wheel.
I think I'm gonna start a show called The Terranium Hour, and I will just say words improperly the entire time.
Dude,
I'm for it. Like, bring it on.
Brooklyn and Esther, by the way, were our first two guests ever on VeeGinaz. They were our test pilot, and I'll never forget. I asked Brooklyn and Esther Witchy Bits in separate messages how comfortable they were with like super cussy interactions, because we were coming up with games to play with our guests, and it was like, I believe the first game we ever played was with Esther, and it was hell no or fuck yes or something, and she was so down for it. And Brooklyn was like, I'm an HR, so could I like to keep it a little bit more PG? And it was so cool. But here was the thing. We wanted to ask because we wanted everyone to be comfortable. We don't on the show that made anyone feel like shit, like, this is uncomfortable. But it was so fun that our first two guests were like, our approaches were like so different for the first two guests. So God bless in all ways Esther, Witchy Bits, and Brooklyn, because they were the first. So thank you for hanging with us during that time.
Blessings.
Oh my gosh, I receive it, and I think you still got a fuck out of me when you asked me about burpees. Just to be clear.
Yes.
You know.
And I think we asked about Bieber and you said fuck no, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, something about that, I'm sure. Just a minute, I'm talking to my friends. So I want to say two things, then I'll drop down to you. And the two things that I want to say is, number one, you guys make me feel like Forrest Gump. You know how in the movie Forrest Gump, he kept accidentally being part of all these historical moments? Like, that's what I felt like looking back and seeing the legacy that you guys built and what you started, and that you walked so that other groups could run. And then it's such an honor to be part of it with you. And the second thing
is that life is like a box of chocolates. All right. No.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
It is not life is like a box of chocolates. Sorry. My children are like plucking my earbuds out of my ears. The second thing that I want to say is that if this was birthed out of your frustration, I am so excited to see what's coming next in the season, where you are going to birth things out of your passion and out of what you love and out of what you're gifted in. And so I just want to encourage you that, like, my goodness, you know, that think about what you've planted out of the negative emotions that you experience and out of your disappointments. I'm just so excited to see what comes next, and we'll continue to follow you. So love you guys. Thank you so much for continuing to inspire. It's been an honor. And thanks for inviting us into history with you.
I don't even know what to say. Other than I love you, Brooklyn. I mean, that's all I've got right now. Wow.
Also, shout out to Brooklyn for co-hosting VeeGinaz that one week that NFT NYC was happening. Brooklyn and Lou did a fantastic fucking job at hosting it. And I'll also, like, never forget, like, Brooklyn was like, holy shit, that's a lot. And like, so it was also great to be seen in that capacity, because I will tell you, like, there are times that we did YOLO some things, but we cared an awful lot and we cared a lot about our guests and wanting to make you all feel special. So, thank you, Brooklyn, for being a constant support and always in our corner, 1,000% of the time, always in our corner. So we appreciate you and love you, Brooklyn. All right, who wants to go next? I can't keep track anymore.
How about we have Esther go, since she was, our first guest as well.
Hi, Esther.
Oh man, putting me on the spot.
That's what I do. Who's your favorite Muppet? I'm sorry.
As she whips out all her notes.
Definitely Animal. That's an easy one, because he's like,
I'm sorry. That was my fault. I'm sorry. I did not mean to mute you.
Alyssa likes to mute everybody at least once in a space. I appreciate that.
It's like a rite of passage to be muted.
I would just like to say I haven't wrongfully or accidentally ejected anyone from the space yet today. So the night is young.
We're making progress.
We are making such good progress. Sorry.
Oh my God. I kind of already made my little, like, post about how I feel about the VeeGinaz group. I will try to summarize how I'm feeling in as succinct of a way as possible without getting too emotional. But first of all, I never could have imagined the breadth of opportunities that would present themselves to me because of the door that VeeGinaz opened for me, because I was kind of just minding my business, doing it. I made an NFT project because that's how I learn, and that's what I do when I hyperfixate. I go all in. And Alyssa, you invited me to be a part of this first episode of VeeGinaz, and I was like, I don't really consider myself an artist. I don't really know what I'm doing, but sure, let's do it. And a year and a half later, I've been on probably, like, I don't even know, over 20 different podcasts, Twitter Spaces, clubhouses. I have had my own clubhouse for a little while. I run my own Twitter Spaces when life isn't crazy. I was at one point even considering not going to VeeCon because my anxiety kicked in really, really badly, and I was like, what if it's not the same vibe? And like, I know that I know people, but they're technically still strangers, and I haven't really met a lot of people there. And I decided to go, and I got to hang out with Alissa, Amanda, and Sarah in real life, and I can just say that the vibe is exactly the fucking same, which is amazing. Like, it's literally, it felt like reuniting with old friends to the point where one of my friends from nursing school saw a video of me and Alissa running at each other the first time we locked eyes across a room, and she sent me a salty ass message being like, "You don't greet me like that." So that was very funny. And at the same VeeCon event, I mean, I got to hang out with the bored Becky, and we figured out that we're like the same person, which was really funny. I got to dance on a dance floor at a World of Women party with Doreen. I got to be a podcast guest on Sal DiGuardia's Crypto Radio Network. Like, just so many fucking things that I would have never imagined or seen myself doing because it's so out of my personality type and out of the realm of possibility for me previous to being a part of Web3. And like, literally none of that would have happened without Alyssa's invitation and without, and I just love all three of you so much, and you guys have given me so much, like, so many smiles, so much like good natured and hearted laughter, so much sense of community, because I'm the same way, Amanda. I don't have a lot of friends, especially female friends. I kind of keep to myself a lot, and like the V-friend community kind of led to the VeeGinaz community, and that's like all of the people in this room. I feel like there's so many of you that I talked to consistently. I hung out with Brooke pretty much the entire time we were at VeeCon because we were at the same hotel room, and that was really fun.
We got to watch
up to me.
We got to watch Brian throw out the first pitch together.
That's true. Dylan got a tattoo of one of my NFTs. Like, it's just like, as I'm scrolling through seeing who's in here, there's just so many stories. There's so much happiness, and like I owe a lot of that to you, ladies. So I just want to say thank you. Like I've told all of you guys before, all of you ladies before, this whole group has a very, very special place in my heart because of everything that it brought me, in addition to the friendships with the three of you. And I love you all so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for just being my friends for the last year and a half. It's a crazy world out there, and we need more of these types of.
It's been an honor watching you thrive and grow. Like I love everything that you've done since not that we were like the catalyst for everything, but it was just so nice to see like people start and then just fucking blast off. I'm not going to say that they mooned, but they blasted off. And your